Woo! Woo! Welcome to the first episode of Dead Skull Genetics, guys. Welcome, greetings, and salutations. So, since this is day one, episode one, we might as well just start the episode off with the beginning setup of popping some beans. So I've got a 4x4 grow tent, or actually it's a 4x4, and we'll go over the grow tent at another point in time, but today we're going to be starting some seeds. I did pick some seeds from Greenhouse Genetics Seed Company. These are some of the guys that were involved with the very first strain hunting with the Green Road. So, good company. They got some drama behind them. If you know about them at all, we can go over that in different videos. But for right now, since we are popping seeds, let's go over what seeds I'm popping here. I've got Naval Haze, which is a sativa, a nice good proper haze. I've got Wonder Pie. I've got Bubba Slush. I should probably go over what each strains are. So Naval Haze is almost purple haze. That's basically what it really is. Wonder Pie is Wedding Cake in OG Kush. Bubba Slush is Bubba Kush and Gelato. And then I've got Pulp Friction, which is Melonade and King's Crush. So we're going to be popping one seed of each. So I'm going to have a 4-grow system, and I'm going to take the Naval Haze, and that one will be put into the back of the tent. That one should actually be the longer one to finish. So we're going to do a nice, good strong grow on all of this, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy content like this, and we'll learn a whole bunch on the road. So, a few things that I like to utilize. One of them is optional but necessary. Anytime you have a chance, I've got a little Brother printer here. You don't have to have this. This is the optional choice. But you want to have some way to be able to write down what strain you're dealing with. Otherwise, you're not going to know what seeds you put if you ever mix them up. So, to kind of foolproof yourself, it's just way easier to just make a label for it, and label everything as you go along, and you'll thank yourself later for that. So I've got everything labeled. I think, nope, I got Pulp Friction. I think there was one of them I did not label here. That one's labeled, let's see here, is it Bubba Slush? Is that one not labeled? Oh, nope, there's a label in there, so it's got to be Naval Haze. Yep, Naval Haze is the only one that does not have a label. So let's go ahead, just like that, we get it printed out, Naval Haze, and put it with that. So let's go ahead and go over how we're going to be doing this. Now, these are all feminized seeds, so I don't have to worry about males here. We just got to pop a seed, and we're off to the races. So, what are we going to be doing here? I've got some paper towels here. This is one of my trusty methods. You can sit there and drop it in the water for like 12 to 24 hours if you want, but I've always just kind of popped them in a cloth, and they kind of just do their thing. You keep them in a dark, warm environment with the right amount of moisture, and you won't have any problems. And you know, it's like you want to make sure that you're folding them up just right, just like this. It doesn't have to be anything special. It just needs to be able to hold the seed and stay in here. Now I got a little dish of water here. I got well water, so it's filtered well water. I'm going to go ahead and get this wet here. And it doesn't need to be like drowning in water here. So you can sit there and squeeze out, and it should just like slightly drip. That's all it needs to really do. So slight drip on there, and I'm really happy with that. So I open this up a little bit, and of course I didn't bring like a little plate. I should have brought a little plate with this, but I didn't. So let's go ahead and get this Naval Haze. Let's open up the pack here. I like the pack. It's pretty decent. We'll go ahead and we'll pop out that one seed. So I just take off the little back on here, and I can open that little, puncture that thing open. Eureka. I only had to get a knife to get the foily out of the way, but I've got my seed, and we'll go ahead and put this seed. I mean, you can sit there and you can drop it in the water if you want. Get a little pre-moistened on this. There's no real wrong way. It just needs to stay moist and dark for a little while. And I flip that over. I mash it flat. And you know, it's like I make it a little easier for me to be able to get it into the plastic bag. So I fold it up like so. Put it in here. And I put the little thing in there like that, and then I close this off. I do have a little kitty. But there we go. That's Naval Haze. Bagged and tagged. Let's do this 3 more times. Alright, so that was the easiest part of this all. From this point, you don't touch them for at least for 24 hours to about 3 days. They should sprout their tail, and you'll be able to transplant them from here into like a little 4-inch cup or a solo cup, depending on your growing method that you like. I use like little 4-inch little pots. They're easier for me to be able to get them out of and transplant them into their 15-gallon pots where I let them grow out the rest of their life. So we'll go over everything that I am doing here at each step of the way. So I will see you guys on the next video. Probably be 3-4 days before that video comes out. And so yeah, stay tuned, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you would like to up your growing game. I'm all about trying to teach the at-home grower the easiest tried and true methods onto successful gardening indoors. So with that being said, thank you everybody for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.